Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we're going to be reviewing the Lamborghini Urus, however the heck you say it. This one is the S package. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Ken Garf Mercedes here in downtown Salt Lake for giving me some time with this Lambo SUV. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions, you need any help, just ask for Dylan. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a twin-turbo 4-liter V8 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 657 horsepower and then 627 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60, 3.1 seconds, which is pretty phenomenal. And, of course, always cool to see on Lamborghinis. Almost forgot to mention, look at the hood here. You can see the carbon fiber. Really cool setup. And just feeling it, it's pretty darn light. And I guess we should now close it. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now you can see with the hood closed, you've got the cool little vent pieces, and they actually painted it black. So it's like you can see the carbon fiber below, but then above just gloss black. Very interesting. And this matte green paint is crazy, absolutely crazy. And then I love the Y shape there, the turn signal indicator. I think that's really cool looking. And then if you don't know, for the 25 model year, the Urus is getting a refresh, redesign, whatever you want to call it. I'll try to review one of those. Probably won't get one right off the bat, but eventually. And then for those of you wondering, since this is a pre-owned car, it does have, it looks like it's got paint protection film on the front end. It's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like it's got paint protection film. But anyways, the contrast with the green, and I will tell you, the video is whitewashing the color. What that means is what you guys are seeing in picture is a lot whiter than the actual green. Just kind of like tone it down. It's more like a darker forest green. Just, it's what happens when you have a color that is as bright as this. Now our tire wheel setup is 285 by 35 by 23 in the front, and then 325 by 30 by 23 in the rear, so slightly staggered setup. And these are crazy wheels. So you can see you've got kind of like this gray there on the top. It looks like fangs. I mean, seriously, look at that. And then you got the bronze in the center. You've got the black brake caliper, and look at the size of those rotors, by the way. Again, 23-inch wheels, and the rotors fill up most of the wheel. That is insanity if you ask me. And then I like the little fender flares there. You see the Italian flag on the side. And then popping down below, see Urus S. Pretty aggressive, very kind of like retro. Let me see if I can get you guys a side profile here. It's kind of a tight parking lot, so it's difficult. Yeah, there you go. That's kind of a view. See, it's very sleek for an SUV. This leads us to the key fob, which very Audi-esque, as you can see. I mean, look at the buttons here, but at least it has the Lamborghini badges on it. But yes, very Audi-esque. Anyways, in the cargo area, so this is basically an RSQ8. I'm just going to say it right now. We'll just get that out of the way. So you've got a lot of elements from that. Now, obviously, they do some fancy Lamborghini stuff like the neon green stitching with this cargo cover, which is pretty cool. And then you can see the carpeting here is nice and soft. And then, yeah, tire kit and everything underneath there. And this is nice. Yeah, this is like straight out of an Audi. Some of these parts in this are definitely straight out of an Audi. But yeah, I mean, RSQ8 storage space, basically. And yeah, even the little buttons like that. But Audi has a nice tactile feel on a lot of their stuff. And then look at these taillights. Again, with the Y shape. I think that's really cool. And then you can see again with the little vent piece there. And then look at these exhaust tips. I'll get you guys an exhaust clip at the end of the review. And it says Lamborghini there, of course. But yeah, this is definitely crazy looking, especially in this bright green. I mean, a color this bright, doesn't matter what car it is, it's gonna pop out. But then when you see it's a Lambo SUV, it's really gonna pop out. And now popping inside. The interior is very, very Audi. I mean, this material use, like you can see the carbon fiber that goes across. I mean, this is, I mean, you got some extra like neon stitching. It's kind of crazy. And then like, that feels like different than, well, actually, no. Yeah, it's just painted red. But yeah, you can see all of the Audi there. And then even on the seats, I mean, you got Lambo on the headrest, but like That's straight up the stitching that's in the loaded up RSQ8 stuff. And it even smells the same with the leather. Anyways, got the seatbelt there. Pretty cool. Lamborghini down below. And then popping in, legroom's good. Got a little storage pocket in the back of these seats. And then you guys can see here with the vents. And yeah, even have the little climate control screen. So lots of carryover. Carbon fiber trim as well. And then because of that sloped roof line, headroom back here is not horrible, but it's not great. And then popping up front, you can see that continues with the trim here. Yeah, blind spot with the mirrors, same kind of setup there. And then down below, yeah, all these window controls are taken straight out of. Same thing with the mirror adjustment. I just reviewed some Audis today, so I'm very fresh on the product. Memory seat function down below. I'm curious as to how heavy this thing is. So gross vehicle, oh, that's front and rear. So total gross vehicle weight rating 6,500. Payload is 1182. So that means this weighs 5,400 pounds. More or a little bit less. Yeah, no, 5,400 pounds. It's crazy. Lamborghini there on the headrest. See the rest of the seats. And they're not even trying to hide it anymore, the Audi influence. Got the adjustments there. And then cool pedals. I like the carbon fiber. This is really cool. And again, with that stitching. Yep, we got to flip it up for the review. Now, I will admit the steering wheel in this is pretty awesome. You've got the marker there at the top, which kind of has a nice premium feel. But a nice leather trim all around. Again, Italian flag there at the bottom. You got the paddle shifters. And by the way, to get into drive, you press the paddle just like the Lambo sports car. So that's kind of a fun part of it. But yeah, you can see all the switchgear here from the Audis for the kind of like center stuff, and then also for the voice command controls and everything. And then you have all the stocks as well. And then yeah, with the gauge cluster, I mean, it's got its own kind of animation, but it also has the kind of like Audi virtual cockpit setup. Just a little bit different in terms of how it all comes together. And then it actually will change with the drive modes, which is pretty fun. There's a lot of different drive modes. Terra, that's funny. But yeah, probably the coolest is the Corsa. Super aggressive with that. Man, the audio sounds piped in. Weird. Really weird. Anyways, we've got the 360 camera system, and I mean, this is one really big benefit with being a reskinned Audi is you've got a great 360 camera system, really good resolution with that. And then as for the infotainment system, yeah, I mean, it's a carryover, pretty much. Yeah, the functionality is identical. It just has the Lambo SUV on it instead. Yeah, very interesting. Got vents around it as well, lots of carbon fiber trim. I mean, this interior is top notch for the materials, which you'd expect that. You got the cool little risers there too. Let's see, Lamborghini. That's fun. Yeah, good storage space here as well. And then you've got, well, some blank switches, funny enough, but yeah, for stability control and the defroster button and everything. And then you've got the bottom screen, just like what you have on loaded up Audis. And again, this is all, it has like the haptic feedback. Man, straight, if you went from like an RSQ8 into this, there's some differences, but like a lot of it, you're pretty much gonna feel like you're going from pretty much the same car to the same car. Little volume control there. And then this is cool. This is definitely very unique with the whole drive mode select. Feels really cool. And this is to get into like reverse, for example. And then of course you guys saw the engine stop start earlier. Got an eco mode, completely pointless. You guys can see for like this steering, suspension, driveline and all. That's pretty cool that you can even, oh, ego. I thought it said eco. It's ego, different. So, interesting with the setup. Wow. Anyways, behind that, got like our parking brake and everything. You guys can see here with the parking assist, auto hold, and all of that. Some more cup holders. This whole center console setup is pretty interesting. Wireless phone charging pad. Nice trim on the top here. And then you just got a regular rear view mirror. And then nice headliner, of course. Very premium headliner with the nice sun visors and all of that. And then we do have a panoramic sunroof as well. Now, I don't have the original window sticker for this, but I do have the current pricing. So this has 5,500 miles on it. And right now it's going for like 265,000 roughly. I noticed that these actually hold their value decently well compared to other high performance luxury cars. Like I'm also reviewing that Aston Martin, and that thing's lost like half of its value in a couple of years. So this thing's still going for in the mid 200s when it was probably about, I'm guessing this is somewhere around 300,000 brand new. So it's still lost value, but it held better than what you would think. I don't know. Anyways, let's cap things off. So to sum things up, I think it's really cool that Lamborghini made an SUV, and I know that it might sound like I'm being critical with all the Audi stuff. I think it's really smart. And again, Audi is a brand that has premium feeling parts, and so nothing feels out of place with this, if that makes sense. And this just makes the brand more accessible, not from a price point standpoint, but just from a usability standpoint, because not everyone wants a two-door sports car. A lot of people want something that's more practical. So I think it's really cool that it exists. I'm excited to test out the hybrid. I won't be able to get that anytime soon because I have to wait for it to get traded in, just like this one. I had to wait for this to get traded in to review a Urus. Hopefully one day I'll be able to film reviews with the Lamborghini dealership. But anyways, let me guys think about this Lambo SUV, and I guess I'll leave you guys with, would you rather have the Lambo SUV or the Aston Martin SUV? They're both kind of crazy in their own right. But I mean, again, like I said, I mean, like 265, I think that one's in like the 160s, and they're almost like the same price brand new. Isn't that crazy? Like the value hold difference between the two brands, but that's all.